Well, nobody likes to play in Portland more than Klay Thompson, his childhood area. And the Warriors absolutely needing this game to get a week off, get Andrew Wiggins back healthy, get their unit ready to defend that championship. And yet Portland scored 125 points against the Clippers yesterday. They're young, hungry, and your word, Kalena, rambunctious.
Right. They're just freewheeling it, trying to play spoiler tonight. Shadon Sharp, his last 9 games starting, 24 points a game. Kevin Knox, his last 2, has been playing extremely well. And Trendon Watford had, what, 24 last night?
A near turnover by Skylar Mays, but remained Warrior ball. Yeah, Knox is coming off 30, a career high yesterday.
He's been playing well. His last 2 games, like 27 a game. You got to expect them to step up.
Steph finding Klay Thompson, and he opens with a 3.
It's that misdirection. Mays got caught on that screen.
I want Klay to get 5 tonight. That would give him 300. Skylar Mays, Shadon Sharp, with Jonathan Williams, likes to be called Nate, along with Trendon Watford and Kevin Knox.
This is anything you want against this Blazer team, and they've shown that. But Skylar Mays, he's a crafty guard. Probably a steal. We talked about his shooting ability, a comparison to Malcolm Brogdon. He's pretty skilled. He's got the ball handling ability, good vision, pick and roll player, pretty good decision maker, high IQ player.
And just to annoy you, 4
years. I know.
Way by the Sixers and played well in the G League. You know, Shaq Harrison was signed today by the Lakers. He had been playing with the Blazers yesterday against the Clippers.
Yeah, and these are all super important minutes for all these guys playing. You never know who's watching.
So you've gotten off to the great beginning, a game you have to have. DiVincenzo missing that reverse layup. Skylar Mays. Oh, Watford, oh man. Jordan will get called for the blocking foul. He took the worst of the contact.
He stood in there. But you see Mays and his ball handling ability, the skill, the nifty pass there. Little rock with me dribble behind the back. Jordan Poole, collisions galore. It's been happening a lot lately.
Yeah, it's the right call. Jordan's moving there, but well, Trendon Watford, we talked about Mays 4 years at LSU. Trendon 2 years at LSU. Another undrafted player. You know, I was looking at Anthony Lamb, okay, in terms of undrafted Warrior history. You know who has the most points for an undrafted Warrior in year 1? Bonte Mully Festus, halftime live. In Portland, with the Warriors taking care of business in that first quarter and having the big lead at the break. Now, if you ever saw Mike Tyson in his prime, that's what the first quarter basketball version looked like. An NBA record 55 points, and removed any mystery about the Warriors getting the week off and getting into the playoffs.
Warriors brought their A game. That's the result of it. Everything worked offensively. Talked about the 3 ball, 45 points from behind the 3-point line, 30 points in the paint. They just got whatever they wanted, exploiting switches. My favorite, though, only 5 turnovers. Yep. They were locked in.
Glenna said 14 or less. We're keeping an eye on that. But that first quarter gives you an idea. When the Warriors are really themselves offensively, our Alaska high flying, it's threes, it's dunks, it's layups, it's ball movement, it's 25 first half assists. It's beautiful basketball.
It's a lot of firepower. This is the way you want to go into the playoffs. Have a last game like this where you're just firing on all cylinders and playing together. They're assisting, throws, and admired his work.
So based on the pace of these games, as Watford missing and Nate Williams flies in, you could have a Warrior result, and then we're sitting around watching the end of that Clipper-Phoenix game to find out who the Warriors play in round 1.
I can't lie. I'd like to see the Warriors play the Kings. That would be epic.
Pass to Looney, tracks it down in the corner. Steph and Klay, DiVincenzo with Looney and Draymond. Shot clock at 5, and Skylar Mays with the steal.
That's a tough pass. That was not going to get through.
Nate Williams rewarding Trendon Watford for running the floor.
Just keep playing solid basketball. You don't need to hit home runs, obviously.
Well, Azubuike chastised them with, how about 14 or less turnovers. 5 in the first half. Curry putting it up and in and drawing the foul.
Watford is just on the top side. And Steph had him on his back, kept him there. There's nothing Watford could do about it. They're just executing so well. Look at Watford just trying to keep Steph from coming over and getting a three, and wasn't really in between him and the basket. Gave Steph a choice. Steph faked up and went back door.
One of the least discussed storylines of this year is the Warriors going 14-12 in the 26 games that Steph missed. In years past, if he missed 26 games, they would have never been a postseason team.
Well, think about the talks earlier in the season about the Warriors' depth as Watford gets to the floater. That was a question. It was like, what's the rotation going to be? Are they experimenting with different lineups, different combinations? No one was really playing well off the bench or was any kind of rhythm.
Steph had the shoulder situation,
yeah.
And then he had the knee issue, and it was Klay Thompson that really kept them afloat along with Chase Center as that shot blocked.
And now the bench has been a weapon.
DiVincenzo, he's just stealing everything. What are you going to do in the playoffs with Dante and GP2? Curry hitting the three. I'm going to go Stephen Ashford from East Palo Alto Charter School. The winning teacher school gets $30,000. It's such a great thing. In Provident Credit Union, NBC Sports Bay Area, doing it for 16 straight years.
Beautiful.
And I like that it's $30,000 on the award.
It's a good number.
That is the Warrior franchise number. 30 for everything. Skylar Mays. Comanche off iron there. Minute and a half remaining in the third. Warriors an NBA record 55 as Poole had that block in the first quarter. And we will have Minaya be fouled, flip it in, an opportunity for a three-point play.
Jordan Poole took it into trouble there. He probably could have went drawn dish, but they got some athletes. They're going to try to keep running it back.
So interesting. Manaya's dad Omar, GM at MLB, just like
Mets.
Donovan Mitchell's dad was also involved in professional baseball. You know, we see Clay with Michael Thompson, Steph with Del Curry. I mean, just the people in pro sports and their children going into pro sports as well. Kuminga with the drive and finish.
That's why I love Kuminga's changeup. Put him in the post, let him go to work. You need a bucket, Kuminga can do it.
Well, you kind of mentioned maybe JK is an option as Minaya misses there. Depending on matchups, the playoffs are all matchups.
Well, yeah.
You sub this guy, wait, we got this guy to counter that.
But think about Kuminga with shooters in the game, and him as a screener and a roller, and him in the mid-post going up against a small defender like he is now.
Yeah, space out to a shooter, and Moody hitting the three. Yeah. Perfectly done.
Yeah, it's because you have to respect his post game enough to where you collapse on that a little bit, or defenders react. If you have shooters all around him, and that can be dangerous.
And the Pelicans are leading Minnesota again. The Warriors with a Clipper win would play the Kings. A Clipper loss would play Phoenix. Quinones short on that free throw. Playoff tickets, courtesy of Kaiser Permanente, tried to say, are available. All at Warriors.com. You can sign up to be a Warrior Insider for pre-sale access, and that schedule will be announced, whether it's the 4-5 matchup or the 3-6 matchup. The Warriors will start on the road, either in Phoenix or Sacramento. They'll have games 3 and 4 at Chase Center. That first round series as Skylar Mays hits the three.
And Draymond talked about wanting to see the Kings just because of the travel. Like, think about the Warriors, what they had to do to win the championship last year. Going to Denver, as PBJ knocks it down. Going to Denver, Memphis, Dallas, Boston. I mean, they were traveling all over the states.
I remember the first championship when you're going to New Orleans in a first-round matchup.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're dealing with Memphis and Houston and Cleveland. And the air miles for that first title were crazy.
Yeah, just take a bus drive up to Sacramento. You're there.
The way it's working out, it might be a flight to Phoenix.
It might be.
The deal with Chris Paul and Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton, PBJ missing.